Hey everybody, Eric Marshall here with Marshall Brewing Company, and today we're going to talk about the LUKR side pull faucet. It's one of the several ways that we have of serving kind of more traditional style. So we have obviously your normal draft beer like you'd find in most places. We also have the English style beer engines or the cask engines, which is just a different serving method, more on the traditional style, as well as the LUKR side pull faucet. So the LUKR faucet is more of a Czech style faucet, and so just like it sounds, a side pull, the handle pulls a little differently, which essentially allows for you to control the flow of the liquid. Whereas your standard faucet, it's kind of on-off type of thing, and if you try to restrict the flow, it just creates a kind of a mess. And so the LUKR faucet also has a kind of micro screen inside of it, which is really what's kind of the magic behind it. And so the micro screen helps to kind of aerate the foam or aerate the beer as it goes in, creating this really sort of wet, dense foam to the beer. So it's different in the way that a lot of Americans think that foam is bad. Foam is actually a good part. So it imparts a lot of the interesting sort of unique flavors. So that sort of wet, dense foam creates this sort of sweetness that kind of lets the malt and the hop character of the beer kind of shine. And so really it's kind of fighting that stereotype that foam is bad. Foam definitely has a lot of different properties to it, that flavorful and all of that. So within the side pull, traditionally there's 3 different style pulls, and I'm gonna, obviously I'm not Czech, so I'm probably gonna make it sound a little rough, but Helidinka, which is the it has the most beer to foam ratio. It's about, I think, 2/3 beer to this again wet dense foam. That's kind of just your standard pour. Then you have the Schnitt, which Schnitt is maybe about half beer, half foam. And that was always kind of meant, I think, traditionally to just kind of go with a meal. Allows for you to kind of have some of the sweetness, but also balance and have a good hearty meal with it. Whereas then the Milko, which is pretty much all foam, was meant to kind of be more of a dessert pour, if you will. So you get that really sweet, frothy foam character that really allows the malt and hops to kind of impart that sweetness and whatever. So those 3 different pours are kind of what make it unique. Obviously here we've always focused a lot on tradition, and this was kind of a unique way we thought of sort of bringing that traditional serving style. So we actually bought these faucets from the Czech Republic. Took a little while to get them in. Now I think you're starting to see these a little bit more around the U.S., and so you can find a little bit more local or availability here in the U.S. But we just thought it was a unique style. We do a lot of lagers, a lot of traditional stuff, and so we thought this was a unique way, a unique thing to offer. Again, we have our regular draft beers. We also have cask, which is another traditional sort of serving. And then we thought this complemented well, and so we generally always have this land lager on the side pull, and then sort of a rotator. So right now we have this land and our Dunkel as well, which is great on side pull, and then that'll rotate. Sometimes you'll find Oktoberfest, sometimes you'll find one of the Pilsners. So it's fun for us to kind of have a unique way a different unique way to experience some of our beers. So. Cheers.